Hello.
What should have done about that. Hello, everybody.
We should have maybe reacted. Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh, sorry. Hello.
How are you? Hi, Steph. Hi, everybody.
Our selfie sticks are getting a good old battering. Can you order some more?
Yeah, I think I did.
Have you?
Yeah.
This one's going now.
But it's not essential, is it? So it might take 10 weeks.
I can't see anything. Sorry, guys. We're so can't see.
Morning, Leslie. Morning, Helen. If you're wondering why we are tarted up this morning,
Hardly
it's because
tarted. Well, you are.
I'm tarted up. Welcome
This
to
is-
Family Guest, Marie Lewis. Welcome. We've got a new little extra surprise on the Family Guest channel, which will be revealed soon in the next few days. Morning from sunny Scotland, Lisa Walker. How wonderful that it's sunny in Scotland. And I'm so happy for you that your figures are so low with the coronavirus in Scotland. It might come to the point where Scotland has to just completely disallow anyone to come in. I don't know what the figures are like in Wales. Do you know? Are the Welsh figures very low?
No, I just see the total figures. She does look very well, doesn't she? She's just had her hair coloured by a
No, I've had the
graffiti
spray.
artist.
I had the spray put on. We're doing a shoot for OK Magazine here today, so it's been so funny. Well, we've shot the behind the scenes, so that's going to be in one of the vlogs. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and make sure you go through our old vlogs. We've got hundreds of vlogs, and they really do just take you away from this
The
fucking hell.
last two vlogs are going down very well. You should really check them out. Weekend vlog 25 or something, and home time 24.
They're funny, and
They're
it's
very
just
funny.
family life, and it's very raw, very unfiltered.
I'm annoying. She's annoying. We're all annoying, but I'm more annoying than that. Love the nearly hour vlog. The 45-minute is a goodie, isn't it? Good morning from Staffordshire.
Has anybody
Julian
here
Holbrook.
never seen one of our vlogs? Just tell me now. Who's seen our vlogs? Say yes or no. Who has ever seen any of our vlogs? Because we're getting so many messages from people saying it's really helping them through when they're a bit lost and don't know what to do in the day and getting a bit anxious, and they just check into our vlogs. And it's
Yes.
a bit of escapism.
Majority,
Yes, 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 yes. Yes. No.
Rose Cooley, go and
Rose
check them out.
Cooley. Right, everyone, tell Rose Cooley
To
your
check 'em out.
favourite vlog now, so
Yeah.
Rose Cooley can go and check out some of the favourites. Some of your favourites. So it's only one no.
I forgot what day it was yesterday.
Guys, tell Rose Cooley what your favourite vlogs are.
That's pretty consistent, yes.
Just one.
The crumble went missing. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was only 2 days ago. Who would have thought that happened behind the Sunday show, eh?
God, that was so bad.
Mark's mental health talks help me. Oh, Michael Augustin Reed. I'm pleased they do. 7,800 cases in Wales, Kerry Whistle. Maria Williams, I rewatched Fartgate, very funny. I mean, even if we say so objectively, they have that thing that the Friends thing had, which is the one in which, I don't know, Nadia chops her arm off. Or
Family in Greece, says Robin Collins.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I might watch that.
50 Shades Hotel,
I just
Katie.
wanna
You know what? I might go
see
back to that
Greece
50 Shades Hotel.
That was so
such
funny.
a funny. Where you fell fast asleep when I was wandering around at night on the rooftops watching fireworks. It was bizarre evening.
night.
Felt like I'd drunk loads of gin, but I hadn't, obviously.
Because it was a dry hotel.
Talking to Lisa, Cornwall camping. Also, I love Nadia's crisis talk. What's that, crisis? Before ITV Awards. That was a fun one. Nadia getting ready for the
I think
NTAs.
that's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
I mean, you just do not get that kind of. It's so funny because people are always saying to us, "Oh, you ought to do your own reality show," and I think we do. It's called vlogs.
The weird thing
We
as well.
couldn't get
yeah.
that on telly. You wouldn't be able to do it on
And
telly.
if you watch the last one that we just did, I have to put so many bleeps in because I'm winding Nadia up with swearing so much. And so many of our followers, you guys, like trying to work out what it is I say, so I don't completely blur it out, but I do bleep it for those who are a bit sensitive to swearing. But you wouldn't be able to do that on telly. So there's so many elements to what we do that you just wouldn't be able to do on TV. And in many ways, you wouldn't be able to react as quickly for TV. So I have to say, I'm really enjoying editing them. But guess what? We've run out of, we're out of vlog.
Well, we've already
We're on
filmed
top.
a lot today.
Yeah, we're back on top. So the vlogs will be very much more up to date now. We've been kind of,
Yeah, because
tripping
some
through
people
them.
have got annoyed in the past thinking we're not observing social
Yeah,
distancing.
or that Nanny Di is
but
still
it's
here.
because it's all out of sync. Because
slightly out
we
of
were
order.
way behind because we
Yeah.
had lots of footage. So
Yeah.
we'll be kind of, and I prefer it when we're on time actually.
I do too.
Because I get confused.
Yeah.
According to Piers Morgan, we have over 40,000 deaths, not 17,000.
Well, I'm inclined to agree. I think it's been massively underreported.
Do you?
Yeah, massively underreported. Yeah, hugely. And it is being everywhere, all over the world.
Curtain poles is Mel W's favourite. So many people love curtain poles. So, would anyone like to have a moan?
Yeah, let's have a moan.
Let's have a moan and then let's have a giggle.
Let's have a moan. First of all, I want to have a moan about these flawed
Me
tests.
too.
So not only have we been chomping at the bit, and you have been very vocal about the whole testing thing, whether it be for antibodies, whether it be for working out if we're positive, are
Because there's
positive,
no
had
exit
it.
without tests.
There's no exit without tests. Mark's bum chaps. Yes, do you remember that? But now we're finding out that the tests that they used on the NHS workers,
Not all of them.
not many of them are
Some
flawed.
have had to be recalled, the NHS workers, because the tests were flawed. But it's good that we are questioning what the government are doing, but we also have to constantly remember these are unprecedented times. Everybody is trying to find the way back up. So, of course, tests are going to fail because this is a new virus. But it is frustrating, but I don't feel angry about it. I don't feel like it's mismanagement as yet until we know more. I just think this is just really tough and mostly across the world, scientists will say every time, well, the honest answer to that is we don't know. So
I think more than ever, to avoid all the blame game that's inevitably going to come, they should have had what they call a war cabinet for it of all parties.
well, I suppose that's Cobra, isn't it?
No, but of all parties.
Do the other parties not go to Cobra meetings?
No, well, I don't. Well, they might have a representative there, but they don't steer or dictate
Well,
policy.
Prime Minister's question time's happening today.
Yeah,
by
Prime
Zoom.
Minister, yeah, that might be happening. What I'm talking about is the governance. The governance of the
Yeah.
country should be run by a cross-party cabinet.
I think so.
Because then there will be none of the blame game. Everyone can feel that everyone's being represented, so that the unions, the working classes, everything from Labour, all the traditional Labour supporters. I just think it's a way of removing blame, and it's maximising opinion.
Oh, Cobra is a cabinet
Yeah,
office.
I'm pretty sure it's a closed thing.
Closed. Okay. Yeah, but when in such unprecedented times,
It's what would happen in war.
we should, because you want
A war
the
cabinet.
rigour of the opposition
But
as
it also
well.
shows
Just
that the government-
not for
yeah.
political benefit,
Because-
that's the problem. This is what I feel, and you know politics, so maybe you can explain this to me because you've studied politics. How can we get out of this situation where if Keir Starmer was to question what they're doing, that would be seen as him trying to draw political benefit,
Precise. Well-
when actually he's trying to get benefit where he might just be trying to benefit the
That,
country.
unfortunately, that's probably precisely why the Conservative government do not want a collective cabinet, cross-party cabinet of responsibility, because coming out of this, they all want to remain intact as political parties.
Yeah.
They all want to be seen as winners. I'm not for a minute saying that's at the front of the Tories'
normal.
agenda.
Yeah,
but it's normal. They are parties along party lines. But I think if you open up government and say, right, we are cross-party, all representatives, Scottish Nationalist Party, everyone is in cabinet, and we're all pushing for regions, for different demographics, for different priorities, social thing, the Tories, we will accept, will have more emphasis, say, on the economy. Perhaps Labour will have more emphasis on social welfare and care. I think we would all as a nation feel more confident. We would trust that even though mistakes may be made, they've been made collectively, and there could be no back-end sort of blame game thing going on. But I think the reason the Tories aren't doing that is because precisely it is very difficult for the Labour Party to know how to angle their criticism and not be seen to be piling in at the wrong time. And they're thinking outside and beyond the crisis. They'll be thinking, because beyond the crisis, if there is a beyond the crisis, there's an enormous number of things that people need to be, will need to answer for. And if you had a collective responsibility, they'd just be answering those things for the nation, not with a view to will they win the next election and should the government be pulled out? Because no one's interested in that.
We need to have the questions asked, the other side of the questions. We do, because all we've got is that bloody annoying journalist.
Yeah, and as Keir Starmer says, it would remove the tendency of thinking that the Tories always prioritise the economics.
Yeah.
They don't all. I think that is a misnomer. And they recognise the importance of the economy. But better to just have all issues represented by all persuasions, if you know what I mean.
Selena Lou Fogg, I'm really struggling I saw your earlier post go up saying that you subscribed and you watch everything, so thank you for that. And you're saying that you're really struggling today. Stop work to watch this now. it's the peaks and troughs, isn't it? It's the ups and downs. It's the moments where you can feel quite joyful and hopeful and grateful. I was talking to my boss earlier on the phone today, and she was saying, oh my God, we go out for that walk as a family. We're like, oh, isn't the world beautiful? And you can take moments of that, but then it's that crushing feeling afterwards, isn't it? It's like, but the reason we're feeling this is because it feels so hopeless. But there are things to feel hopeful about. You know, yesterday when we were talking out on the live about this vaccine, and that these very, very smart people at Oxford University would not be saying that they are very hopeful for it working. There is hope. There is going to be. We will get over this. We will come through this. It's not going to be easy, but we will. And it's just about managing today. How do I get through today? I think if we crash when we start to think too far ahead, it's not good, because we're powerless over it. We can't affect change at all about the future. So what can we do today? Like, we both got up this morning, did our exercise first thing. We knew absolutely that would change our whole day. So if you haven't exercised today yet, do it. If you can only do a few minutes, just do a few minutes. It will make a difference. If you haven't opened the window or stepped out of your front door, if you're lucky enough to have a garden, gone out in the garden, do that. It makes a difference. Make a plan for your day to do something really lovely for you. What do you love? What do you love that you can do in your own home? Do you love to lie back on the sofa with a crunchy apple and read a book? Why not read the whole book? Is there a film that you're desperate, you would have loved to have watched 2 or 3 times, but how can you indulge with that, with work, with this, with that? Find something that you can do that you really love. What are you going to do today that you really love?
I can't think of anything. We've got so much work on. Something I really love.
Definitely going to do an hour's reading today.
Yeah, I'd like to read.
In the garden.
I'd just like to read.
Let's go in the garden, because we have got a lot of work to do. And our problem actually is that we're not looking after ourselves enough, because we've got a lot of work to do. So
a number of people asking, what do we think the Labour Party would have done differently? I think almost that question is part of the problem. None of us know how Labour would have dealt with it differently.
And I'm glad with a lot of what they have done, the Tories, I think.
Yeah. And also, a lot of decisions being made are emergency, reactive decisions. No, I think all of us as a population are going to cut any government the slack of knowing that they're firefighting, and so some mistakes and oversights are going to be made. That's not the issue. You know, I think it's important that we don't get into a blame game, but we're also probing all the time that we're making the right decisions. Maybe they just aren't.
This person just is asking.
I don't know. I don't know what the Labour.
I don't think we can think about what would have been done differently. I mean, some of the things that are rumour, so we don't know if they're true. If they're true, they could have been done differently. If Boris was consumed with Brexit and didn't go to early Cobra meetings with the warnings that were coming through, then that will have to be dealt with after this. I think definitely if Labour had been in power, I hope they would have listened more carefully to the World Health Organization when they said to close down the big gatherings like Cheltenham and the rugby and all those things. I would have liked any government, I don't care which government, is to follow Germany's way a little more. They locked down earlier and they tested rigorously. But of course, we weren't in the running to get the tests. And why weren't we in the run to get? So we don't know. And it's all very easy with hindsight, isn't it?
Just a couple of things I want to just pick up. Jake Dannett, guys, would you consider doing a relationship advice video based around jealousy? We have. Go to our How to Stay Married playlist, and there's a couple there, I think, about jealousy. Reese Roberts, I think it's also a big challenge for people because you have to spend a lot of time with yourself, maybe more than you ever have before, figuring out the I am amongst the roles we have in our lives. I think that's really well put. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It is a struggle, and that is difficult.
We distract so much of our lives, don't we? And I massively do this. I mean, I'm saying we, I'm not saying, anyone else. We distract from the things that might be concerning us or worrying us about who we are, what we are, what our purpose is, what's making us happy, what isn't making. We distract with the busyness of life. And so lots of people that I'm talking to, my friends and stuff, are questioning so much about their life. Do I want to be with this person that I'm with? Do I want to take the shit anymore that I'm taking from my boss? Do I want my kids to go to a school where they're bullied and they're unhappy? And these questions are massive, life-changing questions, aren't they? So it's very overwhelming to have those questions and still be in the house with everybody that you need a space from to think about.
I'd go a bit further than that. I'd go so far as to say that I think a lot of life is constructed in such a way that we don't ask these questions.
I don't.
I don't.
Times.
Huh?
Sorry, I'm just answering little.
I don't think consciously, like, I don't think there's an agenda of Big Brother going, right, we must keep the population kind of distracted. But I think life is so complicated and distracting and all-consuming, this constructed life of essentially, relative to other countries, luxury,
Yeah.
that we don't know how to, when presented with these fundamental questions, we're all kind of going, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
What is the actual fucking point of being a human?
All of it.
I mean, what is the point of being a
What's
human?
the point of it? Elaine Grant, on my own in a wee flat, don't have a garden, but went for a walk yesterday and it really helped.
Well done,
Oh,
Elaine.
done, Elaine. It really, really helps. And the thing is, the most difficult thing is when you... Is that a mosquito? That's a mosquito.
Yeah, but that's not. That's a helicopter. That's not
No, but
it.
that's a mosquito.
I know, but that sound is a drone
It's a strimmer.
or a strimmer. If that's making that noise, that's one hell of a mosquito.
The really hard thing to do is when you feel down is to get up and go out. It's the hardest thing to do, but it is the best available medicine. There's no medicine like it to get up and go and have a walk, is there? We've been, it's a long time now, we haven't gone out. Starting to get
Yasmin
sober.
Atur, do you study a lot of philosophy? It's one topic I don't hear you guys talking about. Well, I think we're kind of philosophizing a little bit about the meaning of life. I would philosophize a lot more. I think Nadia does worry that if I'm allowed to run riot, I philosophize my way out of seeing the point of anything. But I don't. I think moments like now, to think about the meaning of life and ask those questions doesn't have to be depressing. It doesn't have to be downbeat to ask questions about whether you want to live your life the way you've been living it up until now.
No, I don't.
I think it's really, I think, you know, if we can flip this on its head, and some of the fear that we're feeling around so many things in our lives is also fear of the fact that perhaps we've been constructing a completely fake, fraudulent belief system of chasing this and chasing that and doing this and doing that. And actually we need to reconfigure all of that. Maybe it needs to be about sticking with your community and all that sort of stuff, connecting with your community and all those sorts of things. Do you want to let your sister in? Do you want to let your sister in?
Oh no, she's dropping the stuff off.
I think she's just dropping. I think she's dropping something off at the door. Could someone block AR?
Thank you. All right, see you later.
Yeah, they're removed. Don't worry.
She's dropping off my meat. We get a delivery because my mum and sister live next door. We get one delivery for the meat, and it's really good. It's this company that helps all small farms that are struggling.
Right.
So we split up all the meat between us. It's a jolly good. I'll post the name of it, guys.
Yeah.
So what were we saying?
I was just talking about.
Oh, Louise Jones. Yeah, Louise Jones's comment. That was exactly how I feel, Louise. Exactly. You said, I'm doing things and I'm feeling all fine. And then I suddenly get hit with the fact that the world has changed so much. And I'm fighting a war and having to save my children. I think that's what you said. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. That's exactly what it was like. That's exactly what happens to me. I'm totally fine. I'm going to go, we're at war. What am I going to do with the kids? It hits you like a train, doesn't it?
Yeah. What's going on here? I saw something which I just has flown by. Yeah, no, we just got rid of a troll. Don't worry, guys.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah. I sent my spark of joy on your Twitter handle. Check it out. You'll like it. Simona Moni. We will go and have a look.
Okay.
You need to go out though, as if you don't, it would be good for you, the girls. Okay. The questions are very important for understanding. Yeah, I mean, I think if you weren't, I think this whole situation does just push you back on yourself. It just makes you reflect on everything, doesn't it? And sometimes you're going to come out of that reflection with a fear or a worry or a concern or anxiety. But then think about normal life and all the anxiety that brings about too.
Sarah Watkins, I'm struggling with homeschooling. Right, let's give you 3 of our top tips. 1, you're not a teacher, so don't pretend to be a teacher. If you don't know something, say to your kid, I don't know that. If it's something beyond you, the school will have to pick it up in September. For them to ask people who are already struggling, thinking about the economics of the family, struggling with the whole horror of all of it, to then suddenly become a teacher as well is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think the fact that they're trying to keep a full-time school going in people's homes, forget it. We've been doing homeschooling for 5.5 years now. So that would be my first tip. Second tip is, don't think you've got to do it within the hours of school. If you want to do, if it's better in the evening, then do stuff in the evening. It doesn't have to be 8 till 3. And don't forget, you don't need to do 6 hours. Just get the basics going, as Mark says. Get them reading loads. There's so many. David Attenborough's doing geography.
And
on YouTube.
Netflix has made all of its educative documentaries free and available on YouTube.
Yeah, and also there's a TED Talks on YouTube, isn't there, for educational. Let go, let God.
And sometimes
you can't re-system school in your house.
I think there is a really, in traditional education, there is a real judgment around learning through the moving image, through documentary, through film, through watching stuff. I think there's a feeling that it's too passive a form of educating. And actually, studies also show that it's the most likely to impact and reach into your child, because you're asking them to sit back in a relaxed situation and take stuff in. They might not take everything you want them to take in, but they will certainly take something in. And if they feel that they're going into a pleasant experience, but within it there's something educational, you're going to stand a real chance of getting some of that stuff in there, especially if you're paying attention and you pick up on 2 or 3 of the things that are in it, and you come out of it and you just matter-of-factly say, oh God, what? I never knew that. Always sharing the fact that you didn't know stuff. Because I think there's a pressure for parents of pretending you know everything. And then there's sometimes a fear of parents from kids, because kids think parents know everything, because parents try to make out they do know everything. If you don't make out you know everything, you're more likely to have an instructive and co-learning experience with your child, because you go, Jesus, I didn't know that Wales A, B, C and D. Let's have a look online.
And then they'll know learn how to be a self-starter. Olias, welcome as a family member. Olias has asked for us to say hello. She just joined. There was something there. That
Oliver Masterson, I'll answer this question quickly because you've mentioned it a few times. You've noticed I refer to myself as a recovering alcoholic, not a recovered. Surely after 15 years, you're recovered. Therein lies the problem for the recovering alcoholic. The idea behind that is that if you say you're recovered, there's a sense you don't need to attend to it, and it's a done deal. And it never is a done deal. And a big part of being sober is believing that every day is part of the journey of staying sober. So I get it, it can be confusing, but that's how I read it.
Grenine Kelly, oh, it's so good, isn't it? The 18-6. I'm going to be doing my film today about overeating and all of that. Yeah. So we'll put that up at some point.
Hopefully for homeschoolers out there, there might well be a book that we're writing which could help you.
Top tips from Elizabeth Gordon, homeschooling, is to let go, relax and enjoy just being with your child. It's precious time. Watch them flower as they relax from school pressure. Take the pressure off yourself, take the pressure off. They are not going to get so far behind that their whole education is going to be ruined. Let them just chill out with them. That would be We've got to go now.
We need to take some photos.
Because we've got to do this
We've got to do this photo shoot.
We've got to get the photos in.
We'll try and shoot some behind the scenes, because believe you me, some of the things that have happened already behind the scenes are utterly ridiculous.
Olias, I remember you originally being one of our subscribers. In fact, I think you won a book, didn't you? A recipe book. I remember.
Anyway, all right, guys. Lots of love.
Lots of love. Don't forget, 4 o'clock, cookery lesson live here. You probably won't get notified. So just be here waiting.
And a quick note, the members live is happening tomorrow, but we've put it to all of our family guests. When would you like it to happen? So go to the community page, you'll see a post, and there's a choice of times. Okay.
Vicky, of course your 10-year-old is teaching you stuff.
Yes.
That's the brilliant thing.
Yeah.
Don't stand there going, right, I'm here as the teacher.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Bye,
Lots of love. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.